Today let us learn something about the factorization method of solving a quadratic equation. As you all must be aware, a quadratic equation is any equation of the standard form as follows. Now this is a quadratic equation. Here C is the coefficient, B is considered to be the linear term, and A is considered to be the quadratic term. So because this equation contains a quadratic term, it's called as a quadratic equation. Basically, there are three ways of finding roots of any quadratic equation, and roots are the value that satisfy x. So here, any number which satisfies the value of x will become the root of this equation. There are three ways of finding roots. The first way is the factorization method, something which we are going to learn today. The second way is the completing squares method, and the third way is the formula method. So today we're going to focus on the factorization method. Factorization method. In the factorization method, basically there are four steps which you need to follow. First step is standard form conversion. If the quadratic equation that has been already provided to you is in a standard form, there is no need for conversion. But if it is not in a standard form, then convert it. Second step is splitting the middle term. We'll be discussing this as we solve the sum. Third step is solving, and fourth step is product is zero step. So let us solve a sum now. So we have a sum here, x square plus 10x plus 24 is equal to 0. This is a quadratic equation. Is this in a standard form? Yes, because this term is a quadratic term, this is the linear term, and this is the coefficient. So this particular equation is already a quadratic equation. So step 1 complete. There is no need for conversion required. Now we split the middle term. This is the middle term. How do you exactly split a middle term? You split the middle term in such a way that the product is 24, that is the last term, and the summation is 10, which is the middle term. So you need two numbers whose multiplication product gives you 24 and summation gives you 10. Let us find such two numbers. They could be 1 into 24 or minus 1 into minus 24. They could be 2 into 12 or minus 2 into minus 12, 3 into 8, minus 3 into minus 8, 4 into 6, minus 4 into minus 6. So we have 8 options here with us, and all of them have 24 as their product. All of them. The second condition is crucial. 1 plus 24 is not 10, it is 25. So this number goes out. Minus 1 minus 24 will give us minus 25. So this is not an option. 2 plus 12 would give us 14, not 10. Minus 2 minus 12 would give us minus 14. So we do not have this option. 3 plus 8 would give us 11. So not this 2. Minus 3 minus 8 would give us minus 11. 4 plus 6 would give us 10. So we have this as an option. And minus 4 minus 6 again would give us minus 10. So this is not an option. So the two numbers which satisfy both the conditions are 4 and 6. Why? Because the product is 24 and the summation is 10. Now let us go back again to the sum. X square plus 10x plus 24 is equal to 0. We split the middle term. We have x square plus 6x plus 4x plus 24 is equal to 0. So now we have split the middle term into two different terms, and both of these are linear terms. Now we divide this into two parts. So the equation is now divided into two different parts, and we take out the common factors from both of these parts. So we have x as common factor here. X plus 6 remains inside the bracket, plus we have 4. Again x plus 6 remains inside the bracket. Now x plus 6 is common. So what we have here is now x plus 4 into x plus 6, which will give us 0. So the third step, that is solving, is completed. Now we move on to the fourth step. When product of two numbers is 0, one of them has to be 0. So for instance, we have 1 into 0 as 0. We have 2 into 0 equal to 0. Any number into 0 would be 0, but one number has to be 0 for the product to be 0. So either x plus 4 is equal to 0 in this case, or x plus 6 is equal to 0. Hence we have x equal to minus 4, because plus 4 goes on this side, it becomes negative. Or x might be minus 6, because this 6 will again go on this side and become minus 6. So these are the two roots of the quadratic equation and the answer to our problem. X could either be minus 4 or x could be minus 6.